You ready?
All right, what's up, Big G?
What's happening, baby?
Hey man, nothing. It's been 2 weeks since we got together?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 2 whole weeks. You know what I'm saying? You caught that Ebola, I guess.
Nah, I ain't catch the Ebola, but some got a hold of me, that's for sure.
I bet. How you feeling,
Yeah.
bro? You feeling better, my friend?
I still got this little nagging ass cough, but you know, other than that, I feel pretty good.
Well, good job. Good job.
So what's been going on with you, man?
Oh man, just been, it's been Black History Month. I really like to call it American History Month because it is American history. We're just gonna focus on um, people of color. And so I've been having some enlightenment conversation with people's on Instagram, shared a few things. Yeah, yeah,
Like what?
Well, today, what we did the Wednesday emblem on a Thursday. Um, Today we talked about honesty and how what I'm saying people take truth and honesty wrong. They believe that it's wrong, but it's not. It's not wrong. And the reason they perceive it to be wrong is because truth and honesty comes with correction. A lot of people don't like correction. We can say we want truth and honesty, but we don't want truth and honesty. And how I led into what it focused on American history was that the fact that here's the truth and honesty about American history. Some people who are PDFs, uh, they tend to be of a certain demographic, and this is all has always been in American history. From them colonizing the Native Americans, they took young girls. Via slavery, they took young girls as as low as ages of 8, 9, and 10 years old. And so, what do we expect with these Epstein's files? It's a part of American history. Certain people of demographic who is in power tend to partake in PDFing. And so you just got to realize that's just a part of American history. And I left them with this little note today. It's ironic that these same powerful people, especially during times of Jim Crow and slavery and everything, you couldn't drink behind them. They didn't want you to walk behind them. They would take a young girl walking home from school, dirt road, 8 miles. They felt comfortable enough to insert themselves into that young lady. But that's American history for
Oh, so you was trying to start fights.
you. No, it wasn't starting fights. It was just showing you that how people, how we tend to say we want to protect women and kids. Everybody says that. As we see that they really don't, because some people say it's too powerful. The whole system will collapse if we prosecute these people. Uh, they they don't even realize that not that back then anything could really be done, but those men that was in power, their wives knew they was taking these little young girls, and they knew. So a lot of people has always known, but we say we want to protect them, but when it's time to protect, there's always an excuse. So here's the truth and honesty about it. Nobody wants to protect. You want to protect them against people of lower financial status, people who can't defend themselves. That's who you want to protect them against. You're going to scream and holler about protecting them against everybody, but you can't, your power has nothing. As we see now, we can take down R. Kelly, we can take down Puff Daddy, but these big people in power, no social engineering that you can take them down. And that's the truth about America. That's American history.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you had a little well thought out discussion.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Did you get any feedback?
Oh man, they was in the inbox. They was hitting me up. They was going crazy. What do you mean? Like I told. I mean, what I'm saying is, that's the facts, and we're not gonna go past the fact. We're gonna be true, and everything was trying to coincide about truth and honesty. And that's just the hard truth. And we in America don't really want the truth. We want to associate with the good parts of America, but we never really want to talk about the bad parts of America. And that's just what it is.
Okay. So, first question I have to ask,
Hmm.
is, bro, what is going on with your hair though?
Ah!
You got on here, hey, you got on here looking real hood.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Got my Tyrese Scully on today, sweet lady. You know what I'm saying. So, but no, you know what I'm saying. We're just having a hair malfunction today. You know what I'm saying. Because they charging these $100 for haircuts. So in between haircuts, we gotta, you know what I'm saying. We gotta do some self maintenance, and today the self maintenance didn't go as well as it should have went.
Oh wait, so hold on. You was cutting your own hair?
Self maintenance.
Hey, hey, come on over to the side, bruh. Just don't cut it off. Hey, it's so much easier to manage.
Hey, I gotta believe you. I'm trying to stay as far away as I can. But you know what I'm saying? If I keep pushing this hairline back,
So check this out. I don't have anything planned for us
mhm,
to discuss. However, my wife did send me two videos.
gotcha.
She said that they were potential topics. I haven't watched them. So you and I are going to watch them together and then give our feedback.
Hey, I'm down with that.
All right, so let me pull it up.
Women cheat more? That is a great question. I would say, in my experience, men cheat more, but women cheat better. Like women go big or go home. Men like just do dumb shit a lot of the times. And cheating is not all created the same because there's a difference between a dalliance and an affair. A dalliance is like, yeah, I did something stupid and I ended up having sex with this person or fooling around with this person. An affair is like a full-on thing, And I think we can all agree those are different things. But men and women approach cheating differently in my experience, and they react to cheating differently in my experience. And I've said it before, although it's not a popular thing to say out loud. When a man finds out that his wife's cheated, his first question is, "Did you f him?" When a woman finds out her husband cheated, the first question is usually, "Do you love her?" And that says a lot about what happens in these dynamics because the question is, what does this mean to you? Does this person mean more to you than I do? Versus, has this person like taken my property? Has this person touched my property? So it says something about our sort of internal biases about how we approach our spouse and approach marriage. But what I will tell you is men and women both cheat a lot. Men get caught more often in my experience than women do. Like women, when they cheat, they're better about it in terms of how they hide it. Men or women cheat more? That is a great question. I would say
Okay, that's a topic.
Okay,
Great topic.
that's an interesting topic. I don't know why she said that to me.
She
But
said, "I want to hear what Big G say."
hey, but hey, that's my wife being a supportive wife, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's interesting. So he threw out a term that I had never heard before. What did he say? Like Dahlia? Is that the term he used? Something along those lines. Basically, delineating between uh, um a guy who has like a one night stand versus a guy who has an affair. And so I thought that was an interesting. First off, that was an interesting term. Never heard of that before. Um, so what's your thoughts?
Um, Now, I agree with the second part when he said that when men um, find out that his spouse is cheating, first thing he say, did he fuck him? Did you fuck him? And with women, do you love her? That's the emotional and non-emotional, because men can actually cheat with no strings attached. All right. The first part, I don't really know about that. Women cheat better. Uh, to me, they actually don't. Uh, Due to the simple fact that it's not them, it's us. Because
Explain.
because we as the man, in most situations like that, we don't want any attachment to you. We would want you to go over there, keep your emotional to them. I want your fun side. I want the stuff that you're not giving him, the spontaneity, the heightened passion. You know what I'm saying? You're going to give me that. And at the end of the day, I send you back home and I go my way. So that's, in some men, that's the perfect relationship because I only have to deal with you on my time. So in most cases, I'm not going to mess that up. I walk in the room, see him. I'm not going to say anything. I'll catch you at the grocery store and talk to you right in front of him. Hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Keep it pushing. Women can't do that because at some point, the emotion is going to heighten her. And especially if you're doing something good and she's seeing that how you are with other females, her thought process, that's why she goes to, do you love him? And her thought process, I want that. Well, if he's doing that right now and we're just messing around, what if I'm his woman? It's going to be fantasize. So they don't really actually cheat better. You know what I'm saying? The men, we just know if we're in that situation, we play our position correct. Women, they don't play their position correctly in that situation. And at some point, they're gonna tear this motherfucker down, expose everybody, and they don't care what happens until after it happens. Then come the apologies.
Okay, so let me break that down and make sure that I understand where you going with that. So if I'm understanding you correctly, basically what you're saying is that men are better side pieces than women are because men play their role better than women. And if I'm taking a wild guess in the dark, I mean, it's not really a wild guess. I kind of know this stuff, but it's because men, when they're in that side role, they don't get emotionally attached.
They don't get emotionally attached.
There are the exceptions,
There are always
obviously,
exceptions.
that where guys do get attached, but for the most part, if a guy knows he's a side piece, now that's also that's also an important part as well. If he knows he's a side piece, he plays his role well. If he doesn't know his side piece, then that allows for emotions and feelings to creep in.
But even if he doesn't know in the beginning,
It
because
it it
hold on, hold on.
depends. It depends on the guy.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, but most men, like I'm saying, we're not going to categorize all. We're going to say most, few, some. Um, that's a perfect relationship. We just get together, we hook up, We link up, go have fun, boom, do it again this weekend. And most guys, when after I had my divorce, that was perfect for me. I didn't want no commitment. I didn't want nothing. So hey, we just gonna kick it. Okay, cool. All right, we just gonna kick it now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for nothing serious. Bam. What you doing? You gonna slide through tonight? Cool. Boom. So a lot of men love that situation because, like I'm saying, it's no emotional attachment because from a standpoint of a man, when the emotional attachment happens, some men that's that's draining to men because now a man has to be seen has to put forth the comfort zone for a woman. I have to listen. I have to, you know what I'm saying, let her put her emotions before mine. I have to atone and stay calm while she's able to release. And so for some men, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying, taxing because you know that she's going to do that, but through all that, you have to remain stoic, you have to remain calm, because you have to, you know what I'm saying, the situations be the grace in that. You have to be the decision making in that. So that's why a lot of men don't like that. They would like, hey, we're just gonna get together, we're gonna link up, do what we do, go our separate ways.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree with that part. But I think it still kind of falls into the same, um, kind of the same category where it's like, for lack of better terms, where there's a couple different aspects of it that guys have to know their role, right?
Mhm.
Because there's always, if you step outside of your role, then if if you ever cross that boundary and that guy finds out, then there's always the threat of violence, right?
Yeah,
It, especially if you're operating too close to home.
yeah.
And then, but here's a question that I have for you, and I'm interested to know your thoughts. We know that women are more emotional and that because of their biological makeup, they tend to fall into attachments a lot easier. But why do you think in scenarios where she is she, she is the side piece that she can't hold her position down?
In my pseudo experiences, uh, you kind of see, because women, it's a ecosystem of a lot of things. All right, their friends and family find out that they just hanging with somebody. The conversation gonna go from, "Ooh, girl, you done got it, you done did it. Is he doing it?" Then it's gonna switch to, "What is he doing for you? How does he treat you?" So, bam, there goes a seed planted. How does he treat me? He treats me pretty good. All right. Then you see the little stuff being said about, you know what I'm saying, wanting to at some point have more. That's another seed. So these things started happening, even though you lay it out clear as day. We're just linking up. You know what I'm saying? You, at that point, if you do anything that's decent, those emotional things. So you're just linking up and just say, hey, you wanna give her flowers. Hey, oh, he likes me. I think he really, really likes me. Well, I thought he said we just gonna link up. Why is he buying me for? So there's always a question behind everything. And I'm just saying, yeah, you doing something for me. You keeping me out these dirty streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm only just with one person. You know what I'm saying? So you am I supposed to be an asshole just because we linking up? I'm not supposed to treat you with respect and with dignity. I'm not supposed to treat you like a lady because we just linking up. But you start doing these things, and then everything started going to their mind. She started telling how she really, really likes you. Bam, and don't slip up and during a conversation and when she asks you, how do you like me? What I like you, you know what I'm saying? You cool people, you know. You know what I'm saying? I dig you. Oh, you just gave her the green light. It's time to go. It's time to crash out. Hey, that's the green light right there. She finna crash out. Let her see you with some after you say you dig her, and you just meaning you cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't give me no stress, no problem. It's just this is a nice place to come to. You are something that I like to come to. That's how you mean it. But in her head, oh, there's a chance. So she see you, then next thing you know, you was eating my blick. You gonna tell?
You sound like that from experience.
He said my pseudo experience.
You had somebody crash out on you like that?
Oh, oh, and I did everything right. That was from the jump what we doing. But you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a person who's out there for the community. I was just literally only dealing with her. So I did, especially because and was it my fault? Yeah, but I'm not no dirtbag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna call you out your name and disrespect you. Only call you at 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Okay, sometimes I don't want to be intimate. I just want to sit across from you and laugh and chit chat with you. So let's go ball.
Oh, see, you one of them. You was one of them. You was one of those that was giving the mixed signals. Even though hold on, even don't say nothing yet, cause let me talk. So you was one of them that was saying you was only looking for this, but giving a little bit extra on the side. So you was showing up with the burger and the fries. You was no, what was it? Uh yeah, we'll just go with the burger and the fries. So
And the
you
fries.
showed up. She only ordered the burger.
You know,
You was trying to drop off some fries and a little bit of drink on the side. See, you the one they be in these chats talking about.
but I'm just saying sometimes I don't want to get physical. Sometimes you just want to be in the presence of a pretty lady.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I think a lot of guys make this mistake. If you're gonna play the field, you gotta play the field the same way women play the field. And this is gonna sound bad, but I'm gonna say it. You got a chick. Did you smash her? You let her be the smash. You got a chick that you just chilling with. You chill with her. You got a chick that you want to go out to eat with or whatever. You go out to eat with her. But see, dudes be like, and look, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was guilty of it too. But I also was. I had my main that I did everything with, even though we weren't committed. But then I had other pieces that I just was knocking back whenever I felt like it. And I was always upfront and honest, so I ain't hide nothing. I
Mhm.
kept it a G because wasn't nobody about to
Yeah.
surprise me. Wasn't nobody about to show up at my house unannounced, talking crazy. You knew what it was. You knew where you stood. I had a couple times where some girls was asking for more than what I was willing to give them, and I had to let them know, hey, look, if this ain't gonna work, if I'm with you on Friday, that's our day. Don't be asking for Saturday and Sunday, cause somebody else already got them days locked down, and I ain't about to kick out her spot. Cause she do more, she give me more. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But a lot of times, dudes get into a situationship with one chick and be doing everything that a relationship is, but then only want to be committed to her. I mean, but don't want to be committed to her. So it's
Mhm.
like, you are you afraid of commitment? Or are you just holding out for somebody else to come along?
Well, in my case, I'm not gonna lie. I was afraid of commitment. Just got through being the divorce was kind of unpleasant. So yes, I was afraid of commitment. Uh, and I told them, when I introduce myself to a woman, I'm straight up. I tell her how I am. I tell her how things are with me, and so yeah, straight up. I don't really want nothing. I'm afraid of commitment right now. Out of a bad divorce, I just want to parlay, and I want to find me one person to parlay with because I don't want to be out here. You know what I'm saying? Especially because being out here with more than one, it get expensive. Especially, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of divorce, and it kind of hit me kind of hard in my pockets. So I can't be out here with a lot. I just want to have something that's easy. We enjoy each other company. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know I don't want a relationship. All right. But you know what I'm saying? Like and she was cool. You know what I'm saying? The first couple of months, oh man, it was no problem. See each other out. Don't really say nothing to each other. Bam, 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 get back. I mean, yeah, I'm finna slide through. I'm on my way.
So what
And
happened? So what happened when? Because I know she reached a point to where she was like,
well, yes, things start okay. And every time I ask her to go do something, I would always tell her, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, boy. I want to take my friend out. Going out as friends. Okay. I want to take my friend out. I just want to be in the company of a pretty young lady. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? And so then the things started happening. You started seeing the little signs of okay, maybe things she's forgetting our our setup. I'm saying like saying questioning starts happening. What are you looking for actually? I already told you what I'm looking for. I explained it to you. You don't find yourself ever thinking about finding someone and being with that person? Damn, here we go. All right. So started pulling myself back. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout dealings with things, you start picking up signs. So start pulling myself back a little bit, and so things started. I tried to slowly exit. So then it happened. Made my exit. I just told her, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this working out. Things are starting to not go as planned, and I don't want to go down this road with you and have you thinking that this is something, and I don't want to waste your time. You just said in the last couple of months that at some point you're gonna want something more. Go find you more because I'm not more right now. Okay, honesty. Thought I gave it to the honest way. All right, cool. Few months passed down the road. I found me somebody else, and bam.
"Is there more to the story? You just gonna leave it right there?"
Insert thoughts there. Um,
No, we not inserting thoughts. Hey, you just can't start a story and then be like, and then I said, "Bam."
well, you know, I
Come on,
met
man,
some.
spit it out. You.
I met somebody who was captivating. You know what I'm saying? And she was very captivating. She kind of stole my heart, and I was like, wow, I wasn't looking for this. So it did get serious. It was serious. Well, that young lady found out, and she crashed the scene. She crashed the F out. She blew up the spot. Everything. You know what I'm saying, and yeah, I had to leave Illinois.
See, I think you lying. I think you was playing two sides of the field.
No, 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 no. Hey, well, this is one thing with me. I am never gonna double dip because I'm afraid health reasons. I'm never gonna double dip. That's that's why if I say I'm going to, it might seem like a relationship because you're the only person, but because I'm never gonna double dip.
So
Never.
how long was it before you ended that relationship, and then this new relationship did she crash out?
2 3 months.
Oh, okay. So she must have thought that you was eventually gonna wise up and come back to her. I mean, because that's the only that after that amount of time, that's the only reason I could think that she could be crashing out because maybe she was holding on to something. And
All
I've
right. Here's the part I left out.
oh, see, I knew it.
All right. Here's the part that I left out, everybody. I may or may not have told her that who knows what can see for our future.
See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew you
But
had
as for right now, I don't want nothing with you. So go find you somebody.
you left the door open. I see. Listen, I've been doing this for a while, bro. I am not dumb. Like I know. I'm like, ain't no way she could be crashing out 2 3 months later, and y'all weren't in a serious committed relationship unless she believed for whatever particular reason that there was still an opportunity for her, and understandingly so, because you said it yourself. You left the door open, knowing that this woman had feelings for you, and I get it. I get it. You met somebody you was not prepared to fall in love with that person, but and I think this is the thing guys got to learn as well. You have to fully close doors.
Yeah, yeah,
You got to fully close doors so that chicks don't be crashing out on you like that.
yeah, yeah. I should have circled back and said, hey, clean that door up. But I thought that the door was closed because I told her to go be her. I'm go be free. Go find you somebody.
Had y'all talked since then?
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't an asshole, and you know what I'm saying. And yeah, we communicated, but it wasn't like we was communicating because before it was like, and every day, what you doing? Oh no, hey, we should have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? We exchanged pleasure, but once we broke, you know what I'm saying, we'll go 2 3 days before a conversation was had. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was, you know what I'm saying, fresh divorce, and you know what I'm saying, I'm single dad now. Well, I'm a divorced father. I ain't gonna say single dad because my mother was still part of life, but I'm a divorced father. So you know, she was someone who I trusted. So if things got a little too hectic, I could say, "Hey, can you go do something?" And she would assist me. Vice versa, I would assist her because she was a person that I trusted.
Okay. Well, I mean, I get it. Me, I had a. I'll tell you this little story. So um, when I was right after my divorce, I was in California, And if you've ever been in California, can be wild, right? So I'm on Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Hinge, Bumble, MySpace, Black Planet. If I could get my hands on it, I was on it, and I was looking to destroy anything in my in my past because I have been married for almost 11 years, and so I started messing around with this chick, and I quickly learned that she was a bit crazy because there was a girl that I had dated for a short period of time beforehand, and um, she found out where that girl worked and went up to her job.
Ooh.
Yeah, for no reason, unprovoked.
Mm.
Like, and I wasn't even dating her.
Mm.
So, I had been with her a couple times, and then I was like, I recognized crazy off the rip, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I can't be messing with you. So I cut her all off the rip. Like I shut Facebook down. I shut all of it down. About 3 months later, she made another Facebook account, contacted, and no, went on one of my public posts and was like, I'm pregnant. Call me. I call her. I was like, what? First off, what are you talking about? No, I called her. I was like, what are you talking about? Because I use protection, number one. So what? And it's been 3 months. What are we talking about? Turns out, never pregnant. She was just trying to figure out how she can get back with me. And I'm like, chick, lose my number real fast. But and so the reason why I tell you that story is because it goes to show that even when you close the door all the way, they still be wanting to crash out.
They do. It's
So it just means that you got to be more selective.
yeah. It's it's the it's the DNA makeup that honestly, to me, from a scientific, a woman is not designed to cheat. All right.
What does
And
that got to do with what we talking about,
no,
though?
no, 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 no. I'm finna bring it to you. I'm finna bring it
Oh,
around.
okay.
I'm finna bring it around. A woman is not designed to cheat. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is due to the fact of she can get taken out the game 9 months via pregnancy. A man, he can sling seed from day one. He can get a different woman pregnant every day. Now, are we designed to cheat? It just looks like that. So when when a woman is in a situation that she feels like it's something good, she coherently wants to be person. I don't care if she's a loose woman. Even when a loose woman finds a guy that she truly likes, she try to make him wait. She wants to do everything right to keep that one because this one here is mine. No matter no matter what she'd have done in the past, this one here is mine. So they're not really from a DNA makeup. They're not really designed to cheat. They have evolved cheating because they say, hey, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and it don't really work out well for them.
I think the term you're referring to in context of the conversation we were having is sexually promiscuous.
Sexually promiscuous, nasty, hiding it up.
Because I was like, we weren't even talking about cheating. Okay, so I get where you was going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I think
But see, hold on. See, I was trying to say that that's the reason why she was acting crazy with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying her makeup. You know what I'm saying? A woman wants theirs. They want their own. That's why when we see these little conversations that they're having about relationship and everything, it's coming from from a standpoint of I want my own. And and as we discussed before, women are selfish. Women are selfish. They're selfish in every aspect in a relationship. Selfish financially because they don't want to spend their money. They selfish emotionally because they want their feelings to be take precedent over yours. Selfish sexually. They are selfish all across the board.
to some degree, yes.
Mm, to some degree.
Well, I mean, and I say that because it's not applicable to all women.
True, true.
Yeah, because like my wife spends her money on me all the time. Um,
Good job, wifey.
so which I have a question for you. Um, so there was a question that was posted on Facebook in one of the the, the chats that I'm in, and the question was, how many dates should a guy have to pay for before he requires or has a precedent for the woman to reciprocate?
I don't do numbers. If I ask you out, I'm paying. Hey baby, what you want to go to dinner? I'm paying. Hey baby, you want to go bowling? I'm paying. At some point, I'm gonna start looking when you're gonna say, "Hey, baby, is that something you want to do tonight?" It's on me. I'm gonna be looking for that, and if I don't see it frequently or even one time, I say for me, if within a 2 month time period, especially if I'm taking you out every weekend, or we're doing something every weekend, within that 2 months, you have never ever asked me to do something, and you said I got it, I'm falling back. But if I offer, I'm going to pay.
What if you offer and she's like, you get ready to be done and she's like, I got it. Does that count?
If she's adamant about paying, I'm going to insist, no, baby, you know what I'm saying? I invited you out. If she sit there and say, well, you didn't pay for the last 5 dates, let me get this one. You know the episode of Martin?
Okay. Yeah, I kind of had my take on it was kind of similar. It was like I don't necessarily know if there's a certain number of dates that you should have that expectation. I believe that when a woman likes you and she's genuinely interested in you and she sees that there could potentially be something there for her, then if she's a good person, she's going to want to reciprocate that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not seeing it at all, then she might not be interested in you or she just might not be a good person.
I don't know if you seen it. It first appeared online about 3, 4, 5 years ago. Um, Guy talking about invited a woman to the movies. All right. So he done paid for every other. He done paid for so many dates. And so got hair done and everything. So paid for the movie tickets. Paid for the first round of drinks, and you know what I'm saying, they had drinks and everything. He said, "Hey baby, can you get the popcorn?" Well, she got the popcorn, but she had a bad attitude the rest of the evening. Then she sent him a message talking about, is he going to cash app her the however much it was. I think it was like $22 for popcorn and drinks. And she started explaining, I got kids and then blah blah blah. He was like, you couldn't get the popcorn? I have paid for everything up to far, and I asked you one time to get the popcorn and drinks, and you couldn't do that.
She don't like it.
She don't like it. He cashed after her $22 and told her he'll never speak to her again, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah, he don't like her. I mean, that's fairly simple. Cause it's $22. If you ain't got $22, then you probably shouldn't be going out on a date anyways. You as a woman, even if a guy asks you out, you should still have enough money to cover yourself just in case the dude is an asshole.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell my daughter that, hey, always keep your hot 100 in your pocket, baby. Keep your hot $100 bill in your pocket. You never know.
on a side note, because we're getting ready to go into this second video that my wife sent me. But on a side note, I tagged you in a video on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of yours, one of the clips I did of you talking about settling.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
Comments going bananas. There's like 53 comments on that video.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
But I ain't see you respond to none of them.
I think I responded to one.
You responded to one.
Yeah, because I saw, like I said, that's your platform.
You can jump in there.
I didn't want to get messed.
Don't get me wrong.
I was gonna get messed.
I was holding it down.
Yeah,
but you can jump in there.
Okay.
I was waiting on you to jump in there so I can see your takes.
Well, after we hang up, you're gonna see me blow it up.
But I had some pretty good conversations with some.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them believe that their grandmother settled.
Yeah.
And
that was one of my replies.
I think their view of settling is different. You know, I was trying to explain, it's like everybody has a choice.
Yeah.
If you're exercising your choice, are you really settling? Because it's not like somebody forced you to do anything.
But I saw this video with one of my guys, my guy Cooley. I follow old Cooley on Instagram. And he have a podcast, No Fugazi. And he kind of broke it down to a woman, talking about settling. A woman thinks she's settling because she has so many options. Well, Cooley broke it back down to her. Well, because he didn't have any. You're trying to say you had all the options. Well, since he didn't have any options, or not too many options, and he chose you, wouldn't he be the prize? Or you say you chose him, wouldn't he be the prize? Because he didn't have too many options. And she didn't get it at first. He said, think about it. You had all these options. You had all these options. And you said you picked this one. All right. This guy didn't have too many options. So he picked the best that he can get.
I feel like there's something missing because.
Okay, so
No, I get where the conversation is trying to go,
Yeah.
But I feel like there's something missing because obviously, like if he didn't have that many options, that inherently makes her the prize.
No. The way you look at it. So if I don't have too many options, because that's always a conversation. There's always a conversation. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick the best. You got to pick the best out of what you have. All right. You know what I'm saying? When people was talking about Kamala and Trump, and everybody was talking about they both no good. Well, one was a little bit better than the other one. Most people would think. So you got to pick the lesser of two evils. So if he doesn't have too many options, and he picked you out of the 40 he had, well, you're the best he can get. So is he settling? Isn't he the prize? Because you said you got so many. So when you have a
Actually,
plethora, when you have a plethora, let's say you at the carnival and you shooting them hoops and you make that buck and you got a plethora, you get that one right there. That's a prize, isn't it?
I don't think you're explaining it in a way that explaining it the way that you think that you explained it. Because I'm like, you could like if he only has four options
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes, I know.
he can choose one, he's technically settling for what he can get. Now,
Yeah.
but if he has multiple options, then it's not settling.
So if you're saying he was one of many, he's the prize. And if he's saying I don't have too many, but
Uh,
I
you're you're
take you.
you're looking at it from a you're talking about it from a I understand what you're trying to say, but I think you're talking about it from a reverse angle. So, an example, my wife, attractive, could have had just about any guy that she wanted in Belize. However, because she could have had anyone that she wanted, there's a wide range for her to pick from. But not
Mhm.
every one is good.
Mhm.
Not every one is Juanito.
Juanito.
So
So that makes you
hold on, hold
valuable.
on, hold on, hold on. Let me finish. So it inherently makes me valuable. And because she chose me, I'm the prize.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, you kept saying he chose her. It's she chose me, so that makes me the prize.
Yes, I was giving you I gave you
That's
that.
what I was saying. You was talking about it in reverse.
I gave you that first, but then I turned around trying to show you the contrast. I gave you I gave you the bones, then I gave you the contrast. You know what I'm saying? So you automatically start focusing on the contrast and forgot that you agree with everything I said on the first because you're out of everybody, she picked you. You are the prize. Now let's flip it around and look from his eyes. If I don't have too much to pick from, I can only get what's the best I can get.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not the prize. It's basically affirmation of saying that you're not the prize because if you look at it from reverse, you look at it from the standpoint of how we looked at the first scenario. If you had so many to pick from and one caught your eye, means there was something valuable about it, which make that the prize. I'm looking from his standpoint because because here's the thing, and this is how we finna make sure we finna solidify that he's the prize. He don't have that much. Most men don't have that many suitors chasing after them. So I'm going to take the best available, which means that you're not a prize, and most men might be settling for you. That's
Hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait,
It's
wait,
a
wait, wait.
it's a thought processor.
No,
It's a
no,
thought process.
hold on. So here's the thing. I didn't have a large selection of women to choose from, right? I'm not tall, not the most handsome guy, didn't have the most money. Whatever didn't have or don't have, fill it in. I probably got you there, right? So, to a woman that has an equivalent sexual market value to what my physical to what my um the traits that make me valuable in the sexual marketplace, and the traits that make a woman valuable in the sexual marketplace from our dating strategies. If
Mhm.
we're on equal terms, then there is no prize. But where we start to get into the prize conversation is when one has more value than the other. So, for example, my wife was my wife is an attractive woman. When I met her, she was an attractive woman. But there were a lot of attractive women around. If we're being honest and we're being realistically speaking, there was a different echelon of women that are out there, right? My wife's she'd tell you she's not like the most super attractive woman. So if we're putting my value versus a nine or 10,
Mhm.
for me to obtain her, she's the prize because she's way outside of my league.
Mhm.
However, on the flip side, because you know, stable, made good money, got my head on right, got good character, good father, good husband, all of these things to a to a woman that has lesser value,
Mhm.
equal value, or she doesn't have access to the men of that same caliber, I become the prize. So from a value standpoint, me and my wife were on equal terms. She's attractive, and I got all of the good qualities.
Mhm.
What made me the prize, if we're using this terminology, what made me the prize is because there wasn't a lot of men available to her that were operating at the level that I was operating at.
Mhm. And that's the just of instead of going through and saying all they're giving you the prerequisite, because if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't meet certain criteria, then you are the fool. So I'm just folks. I'm without saying it. I'm basically saying we're putting what you just explained. I would think that that's the common knowledge. Now if you are four trying to obtain a nine, that you're never going to be the prize. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to be the prize. But you know what I'm saying? From equaling up, yes. And
Yeah.
even and in certain aspects outside of visual, outside of visual, it's going to the prize still comes from certain men from the fact of the qualities that a man brings. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you get that shot in the moon. You know what I'm saying? Guy who shoots up, he get reeled up. Oh, he pulls a he's a four, but he pulls a eight. You never know why it happens. It happens. You don't know. No, yeah, okay. He maybe has got a prize because instead of getting the best that he could get, he got something, you know what I'm saying, astronomical. So in that aspect, she might be the prize. You know what I'm saying? Because he's never that was something he shot for the moon and fell amongst the stars. But in the conversation of you dealing with somebody who within your sexual visual marketplace and you're dealing and y'all on the same level, slightly above or whatnot, most time, man is going to be the prize because he doesn't. Man, we don't. A lot of women make it look like via their conversation that men have all these. Men don't really have that many viable candidates out there. Got a lot of thought pockets. You can't. Those are never really an option for long term security. Those are just mess around. But viable opportunities, there's not too many for men. And so women kind of get that mixed up because you're counting the thought. You're not counting the viable opportunity. And women like yourself, if a man is you know what I'm saying around you, so women like yourself, we don't get many opportunities because we tend to, you know what I'm saying, most men tend to pick from below to bring up to lift up. So we don't have problem, you know what I'm saying, going a little down to bring somebody up. We'll date the Burger King girl. We'll date the waitress who's working at the mom and pop shop. We'll date the housemaid. We'll date down to lift up.
But it's not dating down though.
But it's not. It's
It's
not.
it's it's not dating down because like I stated, what makes us valuable, what makes us a viable option in the sexual marketplace
Hmm.
is different.
Yeah. But
Like
but that's but that's how a lot of women see it.
yeah,
They
they a lot of women look at things from through the lens of how they think, feel, see things. When in all actuality, men are not women. Men are
men.
men. And so, you know, that's why you can have a guy who's a four be with a chick that's a nine, is because likely he's very proficient in some areas. He could have a super great personality. They know about each other. They brought up. She fell in love with who he is as a person. Blah blah blah. Or he's got money, or he's an athlete, or whatever it is. A lot of his things are tangible. You can see it. You can hear it. You can smell it. You can touch it. On the flip side, men are more visual. So if we're looking to bring somebody up, as you say, the Burger King chick, she's probably a cutie. She just got a shitty job. But it doesn't really matter anyways. Um and so like going back to like me and my wife's situation, we were on our sexual market value was on equal terms. I stable, good job, blah blah blah. She's very attractive, nice body, big booty, Judy. Right? She's an attractive. She was an attractive woman. I was my stableness and my financial security made me attractive. So we're operating on. But what separated us was that I had access to a certain amount of women. She had access to a certain amount of men, but the kinds were not on equal terms, and so that's kind of what the difference is. And a lot of women don't see it that way because they view things, the way that they think about things is through the lens of how they would react or respond or feel about those type of scenarios.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why do you short guys like girls with big booties?
So I don't know the answer to that question. That, I don't know the answer to that question. You know the funny thing is, my wife is really the only big booty woman I've ever been with like that. Well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. No, that's a lie. She had the biggest booty. But to be honest with you, I was always more of a breast guy. But yeah, I can't answer that question. I got nothing. You kind of stumped me on that one. I wasn't expecting that. I thought you had a serious ass question. You out here playing around.
Let's
Are
get
you
that
ready for the next video?
Yes, indeed.
All right, let me pull it up. All right, shout out to my wife for dropping this video.
Shout out to the wife for helping with the content tonight. Team player.
Are you ready?
Yes, indeed.
Would you rather be a side chick to an NBA player or a wife to an average man?
Side chick to an NBA player, for
Side
sure. For sure, I'm married to an average man. I'm done with that.
Why do you pick the side chick though?
I'm fine because there's no commitment. You get all the fun, good dinners, nice hotels. It's fine. Side chick works.
Would you rather be a side chick?
Granny out here.
What the hell just happened?
Exactly what I said a few weeks ago. Even in their older age.
Oh my god.
That right. Wifey, thank you. You must have seen a couple of episodes from a few weeks ago. Appreciate you for bringing in the evidence.
Hey, she set me up.
Yes.
That was my fault. I probably should have watched these videos before I brought them up.
Granny said she's married to an average guy. She don't like that. You know, her exact words, I'm done with that.
So what does that mean? So you know what that means, right? That means that your spot is never safe.
Never say.
If 60-year-old grandma talking about she'll leave you for an NBA player,
Oh, conditional. Everything is conditional with women. So you you are settling, men. You're settling due to the fact because you know, like Juan just said, your position is never solidified. Because all you have to do is come in where you feel like your emotions need to take place ahead, or you're down and you need someone to lift you up emotionally, and they don't feel like that they have the time and energy to pour into you, they're going to say that they're gone. You're not giving me exactly what I need.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with settling.
No. It does. It does. Because if you automatically know that your position is never, ever, ever solidified, you're settling.
How is that settling?
Because I know that I'm not going, there's a chance that you can walk out of my life, and it's really nothing that I have done to make you walk out of my life, but you can come in and your feelings can have you saying, hey, I can go chill with so and so and so and so and so. I'm not getting love. So I'm settling for what I can get at this moment.
But see
I'm going to ride this out as long as I can. And I'm hoping it's going to be forever. But if it's not, I understood.
so I still disagree with you, and hear me out why I disagree with you. Because settling, the idea of settling means that there is a belief that there is something better. But if we hold on, let me finish. I'm talking about from a guy's perspective.
Okay.
Talking about from a guy's perspective, because you said guys are, that means guys are settling,
Mm-hmm.
and it's to settle is to believe that there is a better option. But if we're saying that regardless of whatever relationship we get in, our position is never guaranteed, then that means that there are no other options.
Hold on.
Because
You
any
also,
woman that you get with can leave you for another man.
yes, but you could also settle, or we just talked about it with my other example, out of the worst.
But she can still leave you for somebody else.
Yes, so she can still leave you. So that's what I'm
So it's
saying.
not settling.
If I already know that my position is not, if there's 4 women out there, each one of these women, I understand that there's a chance that she's gonna leave me. An NBA player could take all of them, but right now they're here with me, and I get to pick 4. So they're all 4 bad ideas, but I'm just gonna grab the middle one. I'm settling. I'm settling.
If you grab the middle one,
Getting,
hold
I'm
on,
not
hold on.
getting what I truly want.
If you grab the middle one, but you have access to the top one, right? You can get the baddest chick. You know you can. You threw a little hint out there. She was like, "Yes, come get me." If you go after the middle chick,
But
hold on, everything being equal, other than she's rated a middle chick, yes, you're settling. But
it's
hold on. But what I'm saying is, if I get the baddest chick, I can find, dime on dime on dime, like Megan Fox's dime, she can leave me for an NBA player. Hold on. And if I go get the booger wolf from down the street, you know, living underneath the bridge around the street from the grocery store, guess what she can do? She can leave me for an NBA player. So the only thing that you can settle for in this particular situation is being by yourself. That's the only thing you can settle. That's you settling. I decide to settle down with myself. Betty Palm and our 5 sisters. That's my relationship right there.
Well, we go gentlemanly disagree on this one. I
Hold
see
on.
it. I
You know
see it.
what?
I see it a certain way.
I'm gonna look it up.
You can look it up. Settling. Chat GBT. Is it settling?
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I'm a. All right. It says settling in a relationship generally means accepting less than what you deserve or desire in a partner or partnership.
Exactly.
Oh, I ain't finished. Often out of fear of being alone, convenience, insecurity, leading to a lack of fulfillment.
Yes.
It involves ignoring deal breakers, compromising one's core needs, and staying with someone who isn't right for you because you believe it is the best you can get. How? Wait, hold on. How is what you were talking about?
That's it.
No, it is not.
What if you know that she's not yours? It's just your turn. That's what the kids say now. Basically, what Granny is. If you know that you can lose her at any whim. She's not yours. It's just your turn. You're settling.
Okay. So I need you to break this down because I'm missing something.
You're missing something.
Let me set the premise so that we're on the same page.
Okay.
You and I, we both agree that regardless of whatever woman you're with,
Mm-hmm.
if she's the baddest of the baddest or the ugliest of ugliest,
Mm-hmm.
or she falls in between,
Mm-hmm.
your position is never guaranteed. Do we agree?
We agree. We agree.
Okay. So understanding that premise,
Yes.
let me ask you this question. When are you not settling? By your definition.
And when you're not settling, there's no chance that you're ever not just settling.
No.
Because, hold on. I'm gonna explain it to you. And because I didn't go into depth because I thought like so I kind of speak in generality sometimes. I speak generally a lot, so I should have expounded more when making that claim. I say that men are settling uh, due to the simple fact that there are uh, like women will say, there's a pool and a lifespan that you go through. Different stages, you have different women. All right. Most of the time, you're going to chase or be attracted to uh, the physical aspect, and it's not going. It's the how women say grass is greener. You better, better, better. You're looking for. It's always something better. You're trying to go through life. You're always trying to find something better. All right. When it's time to pick your mate, And this is coming from the standpoint of you already know going into. I already know I am not. Women are very conditional women. My love is very conditional with the woman. It's on the condition that I can provide, I can protect, I can financially support, I can meet her criterias in certain categories of emotional support, all of this other stuff. I know any and every one, from the booger wooger to any woman I ever meet, there's going to be a standard and criteria. And if I don't meet those, she has the autonomy to say, hey, you're not giving me what I need. I'm going to leave. All right. So if you are a man in actuality looking to procure love, looking to find unconditional love, but you already know that unconditional love does not live here anymore, like the song says. Unconditional love is not there. You settle for what you can get in the best aspect of it. So men always settling, especially when we know that if we do not meet these criteria that a woman has set up, she can walk outside and say, I am done. You don't come in and you haven't said good morning. And she's doing, I don't feel like you love me no more like you used to. What? Leave. I don't feel fulfilled in this relationship anymore. We know this now. Now we probably didn't know this a few years, but we know this through all of social media and how it's portrayed that women can at any time. And if you are a man and actually looking for love and you want to procure love, but you know that a woman can leave you for any reason. She could take half, she can do any and everything, and she can almost emotionally and spiritually break. You want to try to have some remnants of it. You're settling because you're never going to get what you're actually looking for. And we know this. We know, me and you Coach Juan, you know that love from a woman comes conditional. So if you know that and you're looking for unconditional love, you're settling for the best offer that's out.
I mean, excuse me. I understand where you're going. I understand where you're going.
I'm not talking about physical.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
talking
I
about
get it. I get it.
looks.
You're saying because women don't love men unconditionally, and if you're the type of man who's seeking unconditional love, and you're not going, we can agree that you're likely not going to find it. It's always under the condition that you do X, Y, Z. Then you're settling. That's a little bit of a different conversation that we were actually having. Hold on, let me finish. But I would ask you this question. To state that you're settling still means that there is another option.
But sometimes when there is no option, you just want to be in something, you're settling for that. Man, I can't get into the Super Bowl. I guess I sit outside the parking lot and watch everybody come out. Technically, I was at the Super Bowl.
But the thing is that the thing is in that situation that you just brought up about the Super Bowl, it's not that you couldn't go to the Super Bowl. There was a reasoning behind you not being able to go to the Super Bowl, which means that reasoning was you didn't have the funds or the means in order to buy a ticket to get into the Super Bowl. That option was still there. It just was taken off the table because you didn't meet the monetary requirements in order to purchase that. But if we're saying that no woman will love you unconditionally, no woman that you're in a relationship with from a because obviously like your mom and
Mom, sister,
yeah, they love you unconditionally, but a woman that you're in an intimate relationship with will never love you unconditionally. That means that there is no other option. And so you can't choose a better option because that option doesn't exist. And so therefore it's not settling.
Hold on. There is another option. Rainbow Coalition.
That is not an option for a heterosexual man. Or there's that. Oh my God.
You didn't say what kind of option. You just said that you can get so fed up you want to join the other.
If you are playing in the streets like that, then you have a variety of options. But if you are a heterosexual man, that is not an option.
Relationship Talk, be advised, Relationship Talk does not have any problems with the community. We love everyone.
You're something else, man. And you know what? I think that's a good stopping point. Because you wildin'. All right.
Hey, but yeah, it's one of those things. I think when you sleep on it tonight and you're going to see where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I was trying to tie it in with the video is because Granny shows us that no matter what, for her to say that she don't love her man, because I ain't gonna say she don't love him. I would just say that the respect is not fully there. To be on camera and say that she would leave it and she's done, like she said, I'm married to an average guy and I'm done with that. So that's basically that's a lack of respect for that gentleman, whoever he is back at home.
Yeah, I do feel sorry for the husband though, because she put him on Front Street. She said, I'm with an average man.
I'm with an average man. Yeah. So that lets you know.
But hold on. I know I said we was gonna cut it, but I think this is a key takeaway from that. What that tells me is that he has not positioned himself as the best option that she can get. Because when a woman is in love with you, she can't see anybody else. She don't want nobody else. Yep. And so the fact that would even be a thought means that he's probably in a relationship where he's just existing or coexisting with his partner. And he's not operating from a standpoint to where he's remained on an upward trend.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, if you're on an upward trend, a woman can get afraid to jump off the track because she don't know when you gonna peak.
Morning, he most likely is 62. So they both in their 60s. I think Papito is probably tired of extending. He probably extended as high as he's gonna be at 60.
Yeah, that's probably the case, but that don't mean you don't show up though. Your extension has to be, you have to adjust, you have to be moving differently. You have to maybe you have to be in the gym working out and don't have your belly, out there. Maybe you doing a little, you just switched up the game, and maybe you're not working as hard, but you showing her some extra attention and love and affection because you got more time. Whatever it is, you still have to be ascending. And so I just want to throw that little piece out there because I thought that was cool. I found that piece a little interesting as it entered my mind. So with that being said, G, let them know where they can find you.
Watch Smart 22 on the gram. Hey, you know what I'm saying? My Wednesdayism, you know what I'm saying? We get in the position of being a little bit more socially conscious a little bit. I am not. I'm a very, very logical thinking individual. I am an antagonist, so I throw questions out there to antagonize a little bit just to get engagement. You never know. You're never gonna know whether which side I'm going to lead on. Just understanding that I am a both sides of the kind of guy. So if there's a topic, I will try to find the other side just to throw it out there, just to engage conversation. With that being said, thought provocative conversation on Wise and Smart 22. Come March, Potty Me Podcast will be dropping. I did a trial run. I got to talk to Juan about how I incorporate my videos because I don't know how to incorporate my videos like so they can show up on my podcast when I play everything. So we're gonna have to talk about that because I have a few that I want to incorporate. So you have to show me how to do that part. But yeah, March we will be dropping the first episode. It's basically going to be an introduction to let you know what's going on with the Potty Me podcast, what is going to be the first episode, and how it's going to affect. Ladies, you want to come to the Potty Me podcast to learn about men, I totally invite you. If you're not there to learn about men, I'm just letting you know that this is not a podcast about women. It's a podcast about men. It's a safe space for men. We're going to talk about men topics, how to increase men's productivity in the love market. We might have few discussions that might incorporate women, but this is a safe space for men over here. I am team men. I'm always going to be team men. That's just who I am. Not that I don't love you women, but that's just who I am. Team men. All right? Potty Me Podcast.
All right, guy. Look, I've been waiting on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you to drop the first episode, but look, I'm gonna help you out with whatever you need. I got you, player.
Gotcha.
All right. So if you want to reach out to me, my information is down in the description. Also, Big G's information is down in the description. There's links to my books. Currently working on another book. I actually have two books that are in works right now. One is one I am partnering with my mom on. It's going to be the Christian version of the Align Love series. And then I'm also working on my autobiography. It's in the editing phases right now. It's kind of driving me nuts. But make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that pin button so you get all the notifications, and share this podcast or any of my videos or any of my clips with anybody out there. Get on TikTok and engage with we have pretty good conversations and engagement over there. Drop a comment on these videos and I'll get back to you and answer any questions that you have. And with that being said, I am Coach Juan Robinson. That is Big G. Signing off, and remember always to align your life, lead with purpose, and always keep God first. Y'all have a good night.
All right, that was a good one tonight, baby.
Hold on, I'm still on YouTube.
My bad.